Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? So where Sean Payton coaches next year is one of the most interesting questions around the NFL right now. We are all assuming Sean Payton is going to coach next year. Where, though, is the big question that obviously became even more front and center here this week after Jeff Duncan's column, where he essentially hinted at the possibility of Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints orchestrating a reunion. There's a lot of things a lot of dominoes that have to fall before that could happen, namely the Saints face planning over the final 4 weeks and Dennis Allen getting fired, but it at least remains a possibility. Well, on the Russillo pod, Sean Payton was asked about seeing his name pop up in basically every rumor for every job.
It's nice to be wanted or feel as though you're someone that a number of people would like to hire. That feels good, all right? However, the one challenge for me, I think, is that, man, so many of these coaches I know really well, and I've always been sensitive to our league to some degree as marketed Black Monday. There's a part of me that doesn't like that element of it because these guys are currently working. They currently have jobs. It's different if a program, such as Carolina or a program such as the Colts, those two teams have moved on from their head coach. But in the case of so many of these other teams, there are head coaches in place there with families and assistants. And so I'm sensitive to that because I've been on the other side of it. I haven't tried to pay much attention to it because I'm kind of diving into this job at Fox. Sure, I've made it known that I'll coach again and that I want to coach again. Now, whether that's this season or next season, hopefully it's within the next couple seasons. We'll go from there.
So this season or next season or the next couple of seasons, he throws out that it could be more than a year. I think we all certainly expect him to be back, but you can understand the sensitivity part of that, right? If someone asks Sean Payton about a specific job, it's hard to comment on that job because there's a coach currently employed there. So he's sensitive to that. But you can start to deduce some of the answers. And this was an interesting one because a couple of the things that have sort of just been understood are Sean Payton, people said, wants to be coastal, right? He's living in L.A. right now, Rams, Chargers, Cardinals potentially, Miami. Well, I don't think the Dolphins' job's coming open, but he was linked there last year with Brady. They made a play for him. So coastal, and then he wants to go somewhere that they have a quarterback, an established quarterback. Chargers, Justin Herbert, perfect, right? New Orleans, not so much. So Russillo asked him, how important is quarterback to his next stop?
Look, I read some of these things where this is what he has to, and it's like it's nonsense. The quarterback is important, but the functionality from front office to ownership is everything. And so it won't be because a club is not in position with a current franchise quarterback. I mean, those jobs don't come open. I mean, if the quarterback's a franchise player, they're probably winning. But it's going to be a lot more dependent on the leadership in the front office and the ownership.
And that is exactly what Jeff Duncan wrote and what Jeff Duncan said on this show on Monday, which is that Sean Payton isn't looking for a spot necessarily because he believes in his ability to evaluate quarterback talent and develop. The job he took in New Orleans in 2006 certainly wasn't a good quarterback situation, and they were able to bring in Drew Brees and make beautiful music together for 15 years. So I believe him. And that also lends credence to Jeff Duncan's report that he was pretty much on target with what he was saying there on Monday and in his column on Sunday with respect to what Sean Payton might be looking for. So stay tuned. The Sean Payton sweepstakes are going to heat up over the next month, and the Saints just might be involved in it. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.